The Great Debate is what we're calling it. And what we will be talking about is Paranormal Activity. And the reason that we will be discussing Paranormal Activity is I absolutely really hate this film and you absolutely really love this film. So considering we have completely different viewpoints, this should make for an interesting discussion.
Yep.
Alrighty. So as the dude said before, let's get ready to rumble.
Ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding. All right. The bell has been rung, folks. Alrighty. So, just a warning, if you haven't actually seen Paranormal Activity, this is obviously going to be very spoiler heavy. So, if you want to be surprised, which you won't be, no offense, film, you might want to switch off now. However, if you don't care or you have seen the film, well, keep listening. But I'm just warning you, there are spoilers. Alrighty, that is done. The spoiler warning is done. We'll get right into it. Just a quick overview of the movie. Paranormal Activity is, of course, about a couple who, in their house, they are disturbed by some paranormal activity. There's like a ghost, I guess we'll say, in the house.
Yep, a ghost.
And it is obviously disturbing them, and they decide to film it and see what's going on. So the whole movie is shot with the handheld camera, and I think this had a budget of about $10,000, if that sounds about right.
Yeah, it sounds pretty right.
Until, the studio kind of picked it up and vamped it up a little bit, made some editing changes before it had a limited release, but then, all the attention it got quite a wide release, and the ending is also different from the original to the theatrical cut, and there's also a third ending as well. But we'll get into that later, but just a quick little overview. It's a low budget horror film, and handheld camera. And it's been compared to the likes of the Blair Witch Project. So 10 years after that came out, we've got Paranormal Activity. And again, much like the Blair Witch Project, people were saying it's like the scariest movie ever. So I think that pretty much sums up the film.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much sums up.
And you got to give me credit, I did it in a very neutral fashion. I didn't diss the film while I did that.
Although you were very tempted to, I guess.
I was, but I did not. I'm a good girl, but I'm not going to be very shortly.
Yep.
I'll give you my quick opinion on the film. Like, I thought the idea was good. All right, it's a good idea that you've got a couple and they're having these strange experiences, and they want to film it and see what's going on. I like that, and the feeling I got was that it would be a creepy film, being that it's supposed to add the realism by having the handheld camera, and, there's going to be, like, weird ghost things, but unfortunately, it all just kind of, for me, it didn't work whatsoever. It wasn't scary. It really didn't do it for me. What was your initial reaction when you first saw the film?
My initial reaction was that it absolutely scared the crap out of me. It was... And I'm not really an easily scared person. Like, sure, I can watch a horror film, and if there's, like, a jump scare, it'll make me jump. Yeah. But there's nothing. But what I love about this film is that it slowly creeps under your skin, and since it's done in sort of mockumentary style, it adds a lot of realism to it, and it feels like this could actually happen to you, and it actually plays up with a lot of fears that I think a lot of people can relate to, which is, like, you're all alone in a house at night. You're sort of trying to get to sleep, and you just hear sounds. And to me, that's just creepy, because you don't know where the sounds are coming from, and it's even worse, like, if the sounds are possibly, like, footsteps, or scratches, or voices, and it's just one of those things, like, I wouldn't want to hear any of that stuff when I'm asleep at night, so it definitely plays up a lot of those fears, and I think that the film, as it goes along, it really amps up the terror and amps up the atmosphere and the creepy vibes that it gives off, and with the performances from the two leads, it adds very realistic and believable performances that really sucks you into the story and gets you involved with the lives of these two characters.
See, I disagree with you completely. The only thing I agree with I mean, it does slowly build up, but as that went on for me, it got more ridiculous, more hilarious, more just not fucking, like, you know, you adding saying there's a realism. I was just like, dude, this is stupid.